everyone, time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. And we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Kevin, thank you very much. We know Rudy Gobert is ultra competitive, but he knows it's not about winning his individual matchup.
Famer. Greg, what are they feeling here on opening day from the harsh ending to last season, still very vivid in their minds?
Kevin, they are motivated. You've had to think about that all summer long, and the chance for retribution starts here.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Red Hot is out there with Mr. Perfect. Then there's the Miracle Man. Then there's the captain, and it's Clutch in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Jazz, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. O'Neal is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Gobert in at center. Now, here's Bogdanovich. In the loss to the Warriors the other night, definitely not himself. Mitchell passes to O'Neal. And the call will be against Red Hot. That is his first foul of the game.
Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
Gobert the pass to Conley. And Bogdanovich kicks to Conley. Just 5 to shoot. Here's the 3. Gobert dishes to Mitchell. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
We're talking 6'3", 215 pounds, so that is a big-sized guard. He can operate on the interior.
Here's Mr. Perfect.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
O'Neal passes to Mitchell. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Fast break. Here comes Chicago up the floor. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. On the wing, Mitchell. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Misses the layup to the inside. Red Hot, and he dunks it down.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Here's Conley. 23 points for him the last game against Golden State. Block. That one goes careening off the glass.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
The captain passes to Clutch. And the 3 off target. The Jazz have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Conley finds Mitchell. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And a first time out of the game called for Utah.
Trying to snap them out of those miscues and then capitalizing at the other end. Their defense led to their offense.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Chicago called for the foul.
Well, Donovan Mitchell welcomes the opportunity to draw contact and either get to the free throw line or make the shot.
The first free throw is good.
And we talk a lot about Mitchell's offense.
Oh, no doubt, Greg. We identify him with the offensive end of the floor because he's carried a burden for the Utah Jazz early in his career. But think about it. He's strong, athletic, long wingspan, excellent instincts. This guy has the potential to be one of the most impactful two-way players in today's NBA.
Here's Mr. Perfect.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Conley, the pass to Gobert. Passes it to Mitchell. The 11-footer. Another shot. Nice shot by Gobert.
I'll tell you, you cannot give Rudy Gobert an inch of space when he's working the glass. This guy excels at using his reach.
Here's the captain. Pass to Mr. Perfect. To the paint. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Mitchell passes to Gobert. Conley kicks to Mitchell. And blocked the ball with his palm. What a defensive play.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Jazz trail by 8. O'Neal passes to Mitchell. 1:49 left to play in the first quarter. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
I mean, simply an incredible postseason performance from Donovan Mitchell. The team went out in the first round, but he put the scoring load on his back. One of the best displays of offense.
Free throw dropped for Mitchell. You know, Greg, you look at the numbers that Mitchell put up in that series. Simply amazing.
I mean, he was putting up 40, 50-point games like it was nothing. At times, the guy looked unguardable. Truly one of the young stars to come out of the Orlando bubble.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Pass to Favors. He kicks to Clarkson. Jazz passing it around. Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got 9.
Well, it's a level of concentration that has to happen for you to finish through contact. Donovan Mitchell doing work.
1:04 left in the first quarter. And so Clarkson will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Trailing by 5. And there's the pass to Niang. Clarkson with the ball. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. And a miss there on the triple. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. They get Derek Favors.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Chicago shooting their first free throws of the game.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
First free throw is good. Tiny is checked in for clutch. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 35 seconds left in the first quarter. Mitchell passes to Niang. Back to Mitchell. Here's Maverick, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Chicago shooting their third free throw shot of the game. Chicago making some changes. Magician comes in for Mr. Perfect, and it's Slim in for the captain. Jazz trail by 10. Here's Mitchell. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Well, individually, he is doing everything he can in this 12-minute session, but he's just not getting enough help.
The Jazz have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. Free throw dropped for Mitchell.
It's crazy to think that 12 teams passed on Donovan Mitchell. He has become a premier scorer in the NBA. Oh, would they love a do-over.
Here's Magician with 1 on the clock. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. It's the Bulls. They're up by 7. And we'll be back right after this. And you know, Greg, Mitchell's going to be right in the middle of it, leading the way.
And on top of everything else he does, he's elite at getting his own shot. We've seen him carry this team offensively at times. Boy, he is special.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
Jordan Clarkson is out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Joe Ingles. Then there's Favors. And it's Niang in at the power forward. That's the group right now for Utah. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think's going to lead the pack there, Greg?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
Decade before he joined the NBA. The Croatian sharpshooter says, a lot of players who are happy over there, but I wanted to have another challenge, to play against the best in the world. That was the only thing that was important to me. Guys, he's lived up to that promise.
He loves that challenge, and he's having success. D.A., thank you. Here's Speedy. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Pass to Big Daddy. Pulls it from the elbow. Conley grabs the miss.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Here's Gobert. The shot misses. Now Chicago takes it the other way. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Now here's Conley. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Kicks to Bogdanovich. 6 on the shot clock. The Bulls leading by 14. Inside, Big Daddy. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Back to Conley. Pass to Bogdanovich. The 3. They get it back. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got his second basket.
Gobert has a thin frame, but make no mistake, he is physical and he relishes contact.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And now a look at Rudy Gobert here. He's coming off an excellent season. 2nd in field goal percentage, 4th in rebounding, and he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And you pointed out his ranking as the 2nd best shooter in the league last season. I think with a little extra work, he could become #1 this time around.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Jazz trail by 16. O'Neal kicks to Bogdanovich. That's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. The Jazz making a switch here. Ingles is checked in. And a chance there to look back at the stunning Mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Bulls on D. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter, and they're moving it up. All going up court. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Pass to Gobert. Ingles with the ball. 1:51 left to play here in the half. Conley's shot is off. Now the Bulls with it. They're on a 15-4 run. Stolen by Conley. Now here's Conley, the fast break opportunity. It's tipped. And here we go, the Bulls fast break.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
1:14 left in the first half. Five on the clock. 13 feet away. Another miss by Conley.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Outside, Bogdanovich. The Jazz with another miss.
Boy, at some point you've got to realize there might be a better option standing next to you. This guy has not made one basket in this period.
Rudy Gobert with the rebound. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for Utah. The pass to O'Neal. Lets a floater go. Got a piece of it. Passes it to Easy Breezy. Drains the three-pointer. Easy Breezy's got 5.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what concerns you most about the first half?
Well, I think the tempo is in their favor right now. They're fast, and they're getting up and down the floor. So they're running out in transition.
Got to beat him to the punch. Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Chicago holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, give us your take.
Well, they knocked the wind out of the defense in transition, converting fast break baskets in volume. It's a runaway lead right now. In fact, this looks like a track meet.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
Well, not at all what they envisioned coming to the game. Defending the paint has been the main problem.
One side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. They've got Miracle Man. Red Adder's out there with Clutch. Then it's Mr. Perfect. And it's the captain in at the point guard position. Here's Mr. Perfect. And for the Jazz, they're shooting around 29% from the floor. Tough night for them all around on the offensive end.
There's a tenacity to Donovan Mitchell. Even with physical defense, this guy just finds a way to convert.
For Utah, they have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4. Free throw drops for Mitchell. Hey, Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice.
Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll find out.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. O'Neal passes to Mitchell. There's the steal. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Every time
George Niang comes in for O'Neal, and it's Jordan Clarkson in for Mike Conley. Here's Tiny, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Maverick passes to Magician. Out to the right wing. Got it from 16 feet. And the Bulls lead by 20.
slow rotation there defensively, and he gets a wide open look from mid-range.
And I'll tell you, you look up at the scoreboard, that's correct. They have a big lead for a reason.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 21. Mitchell is double. Back to Favors. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Mitchell. 14 feet away. The shot, no good.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
To stop the run, the Jazz again can't hit it. Chicago's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Basket good. And that's 13 points for Magician.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Mitchell outside. From deep three-point range. Again, Mitchell missing.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
The Jazz with another miss.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
And that one, good. 17 points for Magician.
Boy, every time he goes up now, it just looks like the shot's going in. He's perfect from the field in this quarter.
Niang kicks to Mitchell. Plays it up off the glass. Mitchell's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Pass to Magician. Double by Bogdanovich. Here's Maverick, covered by Mitchell. Favors with the rebound. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Utah. Clarkson on the wing. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game really impressive.
And bottom line, more boards means more possessions. That's how you build a lead.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there, no box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Bulls shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Favors. Royce O'Neal comes in for George Niang. And Utah has possession. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. In transition, here come the Bulls. Hammers it in after taking it the length of the floor.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
The Jazz again can't hit it. From deep. And the last-second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We've got more in store for you right after this.
One of the biggest things is not to react to anything. Okay, get to the next play and get the defensive boards. All right, stops and defensive boards.
Well, as we just heard, asking his guys to just keep it moving. Quinn Snyder doesn't want his guys to get caught up in their own heads.
I mean, great point. There's no value in dwelling on each mistake. Learn what you can, then forget about it. Move on.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. Taking a look at the Jazz, we've got Joe Ingles, and it's Hughes in at the shooting guard position.
And they've got to keep him off the glass. For a little guy, he can be a handful on the offensive boards if you're not aware of him.
Ingles, that's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. An outstanding defensive play to earn the mobile 1 block.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Here's Conley.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Here's Red Hot. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Conley dishes to Ingles. And there's the foul. It's on Clutch. That's foul number 2 for him. Been a lot of talk, Greg, about in-season tournaments in the NBA to spur fan interest. The proposal was tabled for a bit. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, cash prizes for the players and coaching staffs, that always seems like a good idea. I just wonder, Kevin, if they're going to be any cash prizes for the broadcasters, because now
so.
I think they're on to something if we could get that, you know. But in all seriousness, we see that in soccer, right? And it seems to work well. And I think if it can spur some more interest from fans, then I'd be all for it.
Yeah, the fans love it watching soccer. Down low. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Oni. Banked in off the glass.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
The Bulls have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Here's Mr. Perfect. The teardrop falls in.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Here's Hughes. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Morgan the pass to Oni. Buries it from 3-point range.
Well, he showed right there, this guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
Pass to Fresh. Here's Clutch. Here's Mr. Perfect. Now the pass to Speedy. Shot clock at 5. Here's Fresh. But they'll get another chance. And that one drops. 10 points for Clutch.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Passes it to Brantley. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And with the frequency of three-point shots skyrocketing, Greg, does the drastic change concern you? And should something be done to lessen the dependence these teams have on three?
On those long-range attempts, but I really feel like this is the evolution of the game, and that three is going to be vital.
Greg, the NBA under Adam Silver has been aggressive, looking for ways to enhance the product and attract fans. Where do you fall on that point? Push the envelope, or don't rock the boat, or maybe somewhere in between?
I think it might be somewhere in between. These days, people's attentions can be pulled in so many different directions. I think they're smart to not rest on their laurels and to continue to try to evolve, but with that evolution, sometimes it's not going to come over as well as they would like. But I'm a fan of some of the experiments, I should say, that we've tried thus far, and I hope the league continues to push the envelope.
That's a good thought. The first one falls. Well, in the dunk contest, we saw Michael Jordan take on Dominique Wilkins. These days, not as many star players are participating in these skills competitions, like Greg, the slam dunk.
I think it's a great point you raised, Kevin, and I think in part because back in that era, you know, the reality is guys didn't make the kind of dollars they make today. And there was more risk, I guess, in the mindset of guys today, and they didn't want to take that challenge on. So I wish we would see more of our stars in the slam dunk contest, but I don't think that's going to be the case, unfortunately, as much as we'd all like to see it.
The shot by Hughes, no good. For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. And the power on that throwdown.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Offensive rebound. Oni passes to Niang. Launches it. The Jazz with another miss. Bulls have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Here's Speedy. Pass to Big Daddy. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's Magician. The rebound by Hughes. Utah has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Right now, we're seeing more athletes willing to talk about mental challenges, be it depression or anxiety. And you know, Doris, the NBA is no exception. How encouraging do you find that?
Well, I think that whether NBA players or professional athletes in any sport know it or not, they are looked to as examples, as role models. So, listen, life is not easy. Wherever you can get help, go and take it. I love this initiative from the NBA.
The Bulls shooting a scorching 68% in the game.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Bulls.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less.
They've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Red Hot.
He came out and let everyone know that points would be hard to come by with the way he swatted away shots and protected the rim.
Here's Oni. Morgan the pass to Niang. 1:04 left in the game. Here's Morgan. There's the three. No good. Shot missing. Now here's Fresh. And there's the pass to Speedy. Passes it to Big Daddy. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Here's Niang. Count that one.
Well, what a job. Punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Speedy. And the pass to Big Daddy. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
But the truth is, they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.